only if we use our votes wisely.
Sadly, some people are ready after the food.
Is your community's
And wisely, you protect your dignity, accountable to you, the people.
right and your responsibility? Use it while.
Remember the saying, knowing what to do, the emergencies come without warning. So, what do you do? Simple. Reach out to the appropriate personnel by calling the emergency or 767. Now give your name and phone number so the personnel can contact you. Misuse the emergency line as OWAX calls the Dᴏɪr 767 or stay alert, stay safe.
What's your emergency?
My day has been. Once it's 4 p.m., it's always there's always a smile on my conversation with you. Issues that borders around accountability and dividends of democracy from whether for the president, for the councillors, irrespective. If you listen to one of the promos that I played before we came on air, I definitely not serve you when they get into office. So, first. So, in my office or someone that spent for the assembly. I remember sometime last year, one reps member it's in court. Nominated for at the meetings, they can challenge the outcome of the results. Intentionally calculated from the political desk here, so that each what should your religious affiliation, your politics talk about credibility. As long as we Sunday is good to go. Steps would definitely not provide quality leader. The longest stretch we've had in this republic, I've lived this country in the last 65 years. In terms, is not the potential for agricultural deposit in that state by ELSA. The oil in Rio, if you put all of this together, then we're it out there. Our average year would go out, leading business. The level of ask them when you sit on that would have positive. Do you go back and unavailable to the same doing nothing? You may want to say, I did the pain, all of this. Some of the things you post as prayer in those platforms, and then you're posting the things you want God to do for you, and then you find yourself that wait a minute. Some of the issues you won't see basic things as luxury care, and you can afford some time going to places, opportunities to fix ourselves. God has given us the process of that selection when it's or thereabout. I think 2000, I knew it was you'd have a election that has a TDA chairman. We saw that people are also contesting again for police and let the people they eventually announce by after. What we do here in terms of our interest is when they look at the quality of them. If you continue to run things, you know quite well that there's minimum. This person becomes the chairman. I will have access to at the same mosque every Friday. You can have access to this person. Oh, this person speaks my language. If I greet them, you understand my language. You don't care if he's comment. And I would always tell people, you cannot be at the political class in this country. They literally dictate, even care. You only registered your penny time with your family. Tax. The government, when the public infrastructures are in Lagos, if that public all the way down to there as a boss for hours and get minutes, and you don't have to get stuck in traffic. Many people buying petrol and mindset when we are going to make those political decisions. If you think because what it concern on every, unfortunately so, the class that we have. I'm not sure with the 4 ministers you have, our religious leaders actually don't count in this country. And directly or indirectly, who that class of people are. Those people emerge, you think it does not affect you, it does affect you. The fact that this place we were talking, and then he saw that shock when he got to the UK. I was like, why? He said when he got to the UK, any power back with him. That's because we have a system that spend hours every week in places of worship are things that are working in other countries. So your problems are lesser. You have less things to worry about, and that's not because. Things cannot, when there's 10 hours electricity and you don't have light for 5 days when it rains. You're quick to plug your phone, you're using your phone, and then it'll be this better. Then you find out that you pray. When you pray and you get to the hospital, you are treated and you are fine, get certain age. There are certain things that whole thing has come to an end. Up to the 2023 million, about 93 million or thereabout. Parker came second. I think he had about 6.8 million votes, or about maybe less than 2 million or thereabout came to participate in the last election. People that said not to vote. Okay, let's say I could have voted, but choose not country that has. If a class of people that didn't. You will say a governor will have less than 3 because we don't get involved in the system that gets to all, because that is what. So because I cannot come to Ikeja, during the continuous voter registration, I was, and then I can't vote. I get disenfranchised. So because I work in, what about you? That you saw your name on these are the questions we need to ask ourselves. We can, when there's to be primaries, which I think that the work itself is not on the list, is they have already done. So the work itself is participating how the leaders emerge at the things. You don't care about being a member of a political who are still struggling to get involved. You don't listen to campaign. You don't listen to manifestos. You don't get involved in how our leaders emerge. Well, if you're tuning in for the very first time, I say one or two things about some of the issues that we've discussed. I would always come around to discuss things. The president has decided to ring some change at the helm of affairs of the security act was denied by the the president has appointed General Olufemi, appointed Major General W. Shuaibu as the new chief of our staff. And the Chief of Defense Intelligence Major out to the President on media and public communication national security architecture. So let me quote Mr. Sunday Dare. The President and the Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces had expressed dedicated leadership as the President charged the newly appointed forces of Nigeria. The state new sheriff as the Chief of Defense Staff and Rinde retains his Muhammadu Buhari. Even when over 2 years now into his administration. Well, I hope that also increases the security of the country, reduces all of these banditry, all of these would also become a thing of this week. But the immediate past chief political court in Abuja as released, remember it was picked up at the court today, and here I'm sure that side of the conversation would also the Cameroon presidential election. To have polled about 50 are talking about Isa Bakari in Nigeria. The realization of that actually makes me laugh because Pobia has been president of Cameroon for probably spent like when he's 97, maybe you want to contest again. And it took us down to that conversation of lifelong president and in a way fine-tuning it to suit their interest in between government and from Cameroon. He joined me from Douala. He was talking about leadership in Douala about on Monday, and governor maybe 22 of the and the then leader of the opposition, now the president at once. You're there at Eagle Square in Abuja in that month's budget, which is June, petrol for 943 naira per liter. And I've been privy. Its strike was about 10 months to allow SARS. I think we're part of that protest. If the government administration willing from WhatsApp. Hello, good evening.
Yes, after this change of the army chiefs, especially Savage. Thank you. The what is it called? Defense minister. I am 30. For example, now me, I am from Delta State. If there's problem in Delta State, for army staff under Buhari, the same thing. They were treating this with kid glove, and it's not so. These people are killing people in this country. It's not supposed to be so. This thing that this has, it's a very good something for this.